I sell equipment on eBay and I test it. Frequently you will see eBay users with names like Radio Man, DX Man, Ham Man, and a number of usernames that indicate that they have some idea of what the electronics is about. But they don't, almost exclusively, I would say 90% of them don't test the gear. And they certainly don't make a video about it. And they sell it to you saying it might work. In fact, recently I saw a guy selling a piece of ham gear and he said perfectly, almost perfectly new. He didn't say it worked, he didn't say he tested, but he said it's almost perfect and he had listed it as almost new. That certainly is misleading. So when I sell ham gear or anything on eBay, I show you a video. I don't guarantee it beyond what you see on the video. I try and show you it working in a number of different ways so you see some of its characteristics. I can't guarantee it because you never know what someone's going to do when they buy it. I've had people buy gear and really screw it up, but they never blamed me. But I have had that happen. So when you see a piece of ham gear being sold by me, take a look at the video and know what you're buying. What you're seeing here is the Heathkit DX60. This rig was very popular, followed the DX40 back in the very late 50s or early 60s. And I'm going to show you it operating, and you'll get a chance to see how it works, and hopefully you'll be interested in purchasing it. The first thing you do is you put it in the tune position, and there I am, and you can hear its carrier on the receiver, I hope. And we put this in the grid position, and we adjust the grid. We set the grid level up to about 2.5 mils, and we also peak the tuning up there. Okay, there we are. And then put it back in standby, flip this switch to plate, and we want to tune the circuit for resonance. I'm going to put this down to 0, the loading. We tune to resonance because at resonance it draws minimum current. Now it's hooked to a dummy load and the power is indicated up here. So I will flip it into the CW position, and you can hear the carrier. The receiver is right next to it, so the hum you hear is not really real because you have a little RF getting into the receiver. We have about 100 mils, so I'm going to adjust and look for a dip there. And coincidentally, when you dip, you see the power will start to go up when you're off the dip. Then you increase the loading and the power goes up. We're now up to 40 watts, and then you re-dip, and then you increase the loading some more, and we're now up to 55 watts. Let's see if we get that down, and we increase it up to 150 mils, which is the recommended operating. And my SWR is very low because I'm going into a dummy load. So that's 150 mils. Then we can put it in the AM position, and we can see if we can modulate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm using a D104. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's on 40 meters. So you see that it operates, it has a carrier. When I originally got it, it did not have any AM, but there was a solder glob that was a problem, and I certainly took care of that. So there we are. You see that it operates, and that's on a Crystal 7159. We'll try it on another frequency. Okay, let's try it on 80 meters. I'll flip that over into the 80 meter position and put this into tune. Okay. I should have tuned it first there. Okay, and there we are. And now I will see if I can load it up. I should put the loading down to 0. Put it in the CW position, and we'll dip it. And we're putting out about 40 watts. more, and we're up around 60 watts. And that's 75 or 80 meters, around 3710. Okay, let's try it on 20 meters. Let's peak the grid here, and we don't need that much level. And that's 2.5 mils, and we'll put this in the plate position and turn the loading all the way down to 0. Turn it up to CW. Way too much current, so we need to dip that down. Here we go, that goes way down. And we bring it up a little bit, and down we go. It's a little back and forth, and up we go, and down we go. We're over 90 watts here, so that's about 90 watts up on the meter there. So that's on 20 meters. It's a 7152 crystal doubled, so it's around 14.3. And here we are on 15 meters. We'll peak that and peak the tune, lower the level, bring the loading down to 0, put this over into plate, and throw that into CW, and we'll lower. We dip the final, increase the loading, dip the final again, increase the loading, dip the final again. We're about 40 watts. There we are. So that's the DX40, and I hope you are the DX60, my error. That is the DX60, and you did hear it modulate.